Yeah. See? Like your arms almost throw your body. Load, big extension, go. Big load, violent off the ground, quick.
Do you think feet off the ground?
It's just a different way to load. It's almost like that reactive component of putting force in the ground. It's like connecting violence to the jump. I like it. It'd be no different than like us kind of stepping into a jump, creating like a counter movement. But this is more of just that direct impulse into the ground. And I think this is kind of cool. That's why we've been pairing it with like the trap bar deadlift. Just a different variety. It's probably a lot harder to jump from the seated position than to do it from a standing jump.
It is.
Yeah. But
like,
I think that's kind of cool.
40 inches feels like 48 on a traditional stand.
Yeah.
It does.
What's brought the interest in jumping lately?
I think talking to people about use it or lose it, the monkey bar concept.
Yeah.
Like, and I think that's why, like, I posted one of this box jump just on a 40, and hundreds and hundreds of messages. I cannot fucking believe you did that. I didn't post that because it was impressive. I don't know why I posted it. I just posted it. Like, I mean, I've done way higher than fucking 40-inch box jumps.
Yeah.
But it's like nobody ever trains like that anymore. Nobody ever talks about it. Like, you either lift, or you're some hybrid athlete, or you're like a CrossFit dude, and like, yeah, I mean, you'll sprinkle those in, but I feel like a lot of guys, especially my age now, in the late 30s and wrong side of 40, it's like you probably stacked up a lot of injuries and you probably aren't doing those things. It's like I've got them too, and just trying to keep that explosive power. Like, I don't want to lose that. Like, I want to be able to do this type of stuff, and a 10-foot broad jump. I want to be able to do these things as long as I possibly can. And I just feel like I got kind of disconnected from it. Like, I haven't jumped far or high in a long time. It's like, can I still do it?
I mean, that's the great point, is you talked about it all in the past, like train it all. And how do you know if you can still do it? But you have to keep doing it, because one day you're going to be asked to do something explosive or jump off something or land off something. Yeah. And you don't ever want to have that hesitancy in the background, like, I don't know. But if you've done it in the gym, if you've connected the dots, then you've empowered your body to be like, I got this. I could jump up on the back of that truck easily.
We were in some trip, and we were talking about that. It was in the back of the truck, and I think it was in a Roush, and the Roush is high. I mean, that Roush is probably 50 inches.
Easily.
And I jumped in the back of that thing. Fuck. What's easier than putting 3 points of contact and crawling? It's like, it hurts my knees. It's easier to jump in there.
For sure.
And big mud puddles, and you just leap over, and you're like, how do you know you can make it? I know my limitations. I know I can make it. Like, but are you training it? I'm like, I don't know what my true limitation is anymore. Like, I know I can make that, but I don't know how far I could push it because I haven't pushed that.
It's almost like the confident, like you have a great idea, but like, are you 100% confident as well? But the only way to know if you're 100% confident is if you've done it. Exactly. So you're like, oh yeah, like no different than if I saw a bag on the ground with 400 pounds, I'm like, I can lift that up. Because I've also lifted that up in the gym.
Exactly. Yep. Yeah, same kind of concept. Just trying to rebuild the confidence back in there, but show guys, like, and I know the one I posted you with, like the negative arm swing. It's like, yeah, there are people around you that can help you. You just have to allow them to. And I think that was just a perfect opportunity, just a subtle cue.
Yeah.
More arm swings. Like,
well, it's just layers too, man. People see this stuff on social media, and they're so quick to like run in and be like, "Oh, what is his knee doing?" Or that's not best for his shoulder. Be like, do you understand his shoulder?
Yeah. Like, brother, you're not in me. Like,
do you understand the nuance of the training session? Maybe we don't want him to use his arms on this jump. Maybe we just want it to be a lower body dominant thing. So it is interesting how people rush in, and that video was pretty cool. And I didn't even know you were posting that when the arm swing came in, and you were acknowledging a cue. As a coach, honestly, it's really refreshing to have a client that's like open to those cues, but then as well can take that cue and communicate effectively to you, and you receive it correctly, and then be able to exude that. It's pretty awesome. Yeah. All right, let's get a couple more in. Let's move this thing up.
What do you think's a good goal, like, to be able to go to, like, from sitting to like a normal standing box jump? Is there a height to weight? Is there a height to how tall you are? Like, you work with a bunch of dudes with some crazy verticals. Like, how do they measure that? Because a dude who's 5'10" and a dude who's 6'4", Is there a weight balance ratio? You're like, well, that guy should be able to jump taller because his legs are longer. Is there anything you guys looking at, or is it just power output? Like, doesn't matter.
I mean, obviously, if you're at a heavier weight and you could jump the same height as someone as a lighter weight, then that is a huge thing, because now you're like, this guy's producing so much more force because he's having to put more force into the ground to elevate up to that position. But unfortunately, with society nowadays, I don't think there's like a standard with what it is when it comes to jumping on a box, or jumping or plyometrics or power, because how often are people doing it?
Well, I only say that because you look at the NFL Combine, everybody benches 225.
Oh,
You've got dudes that weigh 350 pounds who bench it 58 times.
Yeah.
You got a dude who, you know, he's a defensive end, whatever, and maybe this dude weighs 225. That's his body weight, and he cranks it out 30 times. Like, that's, to me, is way more impressive than a dude who weighs 350 and cranks it out 50 times.
Yeah. And well, there's when it comes to like a 40-inch vertical, there's a difference between jumping on a 40-inch box and having a 40-inch vertical.
Yeah.
Now, that there's a big difference, like the displacement of hips or whatnot, and that's why I often cue and I tell you to land tall, because now we're talking about displacement of the hips. Like, there's a lot of people that can jump on a really tall box and then they land in like a deep squat, and then if you were really to peel the video back, you'd be like, well, your hips only displace this much. But if you land tall, you're like, holy shit, that guy, you cleared that box.
Yeah.
So I think that there's definitely a nuance when it comes to jumping. Let's turn this bad boy.
Cool. What's that, 30?
Yeah. Violent. Easy.
Get a bench to step down to in a minute.
Yeah, use your arms, use your arms. Big. Beautiful. Let's get one more. Violent off the ground, punch the ground. Big arm swing, get your arms go back, punch. Money.
You want to step down on?
Yeah, let's definitely do that.
Yeah, we're gonna go higher. Let's get one to step on.
Kind of builds on the concept that me and DJ talked about on a pressing video that I recorded a while back, and it's the concept of safe in, safe out. So you're doing everything for the most part with an exercise to be as safe as possible to get into the exercise, but then on the way out, you just dump the weight, or you throw the weight, or you're doing a deadlift and you do all the form correct and then you just collapse. DJ's form has been perfectly correct this whole time. Now, if he just steps off the box and jumps on one leg and falls all cattywampus, it's like, man, you did so good. But can you imagine if you hurt yourself getting off the box? Like, that's not a good story.
No, not even a cool story. Like, what happened? Like, I was fighting all these ninjas and roundhouse kicking dudes in the head. And that's how it happened.
It'd be like, oh, I did something, or I hurt my hip or something. Oh, I did a box jump. Oh, sick. Like jumping on the box? Yeah. No, I was actually getting off the. I actually already jumped, but then I hurt myself getting down. Ugh.
Yeah, it was like Cole when he broke his leg. Talking about axe throwing. Like, how'd you break your leg axe throwing? Well, I threw it over the fence. When I jumped over the fence to get it, I'd landed wrong and shattered my ankle. Oh, that's not a very cool story at all. You're like, no, it's not cool.
No, not cool anymore. Yeah. So now we're at a 40-inch position. DJ definitely needs to put some force in the ground here. Pretty stable here, man. I'm gonna step back. Use that arm swing.
I always get confused, or I always lose confidence in how close I am to this and how far I am away. I feel like I want to jump. For me, in my mind, I always get to a point where it's like skateboarding, and I feel like I can just jump over the thing. It's like, but I have to have the confidence, because if I'm too tight on it, I feel like I can't get the hip mobility, and I have to roll my hips all the way out to get on it. But if I'm too far away, it's like, now I'm thinking about that way and not this way, and transition over. Like, it's this head game that I play. Like,
yeah, I mean,
am I too close?
It's a definitely a nuanced situation for sure.
Yeah, that's weird. He's kind of a weirdo.
Yeah, big arm swing, load it and go. Violent. Easy. Safely down. Thinking quick off the ground. Big arm swing, load the body, tension, rock into it. Violent. Load, violent. One more. Boom. Money. Shake them out.
Uh-oh.
I will say, man, I remember when people first started doing the boxes like this, I was like, I don't know about that. But just being able to turn them and have different heights is so much more convenient than having like 4 boxes.
Now you know I'm a super weirdo.
Oh, I know. I
Like,
know.
like, I can see that lip right there. I'm like, oh man.
You catch a toe.
Bro, I used to be like that in skating too. I'd see that. I'm like, I can't stop looking at that.
You catch a toe and eat shit. That video is also going published.
Yeah. As long as I don't get hurt. As long as I don't get hurt.
As long as you don't get hurt, absolutely.
We're at 44?
Yeah.
Yeah, like I don't know what I know my highest box jump is probably like nipple height.
From a standing position.
Standing, but it was also like 2011. So it's like
20 pounds less probably too.
oh yeah, I was 205 at times. So yeah, 25 pounds less.
Yeah.
But for me, it's kind of like skateboarding. Like my body still remembers, and sometimes I lose track that that's not the reality that I still possess. It's like I'm still trying to get to it. I remember, and when I sit down, I still think I'm 25. Like,
That is a great confidence to have.
well, it is because in my mind I'm like, oh, for sure I can do that. And when I see it, at what point am I going to wake up, swing feet out of bed, and go, nope, not anymore.
Hey, the brilliance, if we consistently do it, you will know when that day's coming.
Well, hopefully it won't be for a while.
It ain't gonna be for a fucking while.
Yeah, dude. I don't know if we've done 44 from a sitting.
Not from a seated. We have not. If y'all are watching right now, we don't know how this is gonna go.
I don't know. My big fear, and catch me, is that I land on my heels and I push this box over, and then I go ass over tea kettle. So if I do, just keep the cameras rolling.
Either way, this is going viral.
Yeah, and either way, we're gonna end up on Letterman. But you see how far away I am from it?
You are. It gets to a point though, like you said, that you have to have an arc to jump and land.
Yeah.
Be violent, be violent, be violent. Max expression, big stretch. Use your shoulders, use your arms. What a boy. Safe there. Get one more. Load and go. Got it.
Nope, see that again. See, it was a fucking shallow one. Feels like I'm.
Let's get it. Come on. Load and go, DJ. Go. Hell yeah.
All right. Well, I'm happy at 44. It's on a Friday.
I'm curious. I'd like to see you do a standing one.
Standing one?
Yeah.
The standing at 48?
Yeah.
It feels and it looks high.
It looks high because it is fucking high. What are we talking about?
Let's be a gangster. It's time to do that gangster shit. All right. And I always love that I never tie my shoes. Like, I always have them loose. With these things, because they're like slippers.
Yeah.
I feel like I don't need them.
It's like an extension of my body. It's like a sock with grip.
All right. You ready?
I've been ready. What are we talking about?
All right.
Step into it, step into it. Let her rip. Be violent. Force into the ground.
Nope.
Do it again.
Too close.
Do it again. Atta boy.
Sketchy. Like right now, I'm trying to jump at the shadow now. Now, I mean, you saw it. It's too close.
Yeah.
Feet scraping all the way up.
Yeah. Force into the ground. Step and go. Step and go. Go.
Oh,
Hell yeah.
that's even a long way down from that fucking thing.
That's a big step down.
Yeah, it's bigger than I thought.
You were able to like step down pretty easily. I think it's probably because you got real good hip mobility.
Weird. Yeah. Finally, I had a coach that focused on that.
No, that was impressive, man. That was clean.
Do I need to do another one?
Yeah, fuck yeah. Do another
Do
one.
another one. All right.
Sink your body, load that tissue, simultaneous, coordinated effort, vertical expression, light it on fire. Be violent into the ground. Let's go. Be explosive. Go! Nope. No, I got to end on a good one.
I'm too fucking far away from this thing.
I think move that to the side. I think you're like starting too close. There we go.
I think I am starting too close. I think that shot is where I got to go from. I think right here.
Yeah. Yep. Yep.
Yeah.
That's your set point right there.
Good plug. All right.
Yeah. Do it again. Smooth. Too choppy. Be athletic. Take that force, send it up. Come on. There it is. Atta boy. So as you were extending up, in my mind, when I went to this side and I had my hand here, I don't know what I thought I was going to do.
You're gonna brace me. You just gotta let me go. You gotta let me go. I'm agile like a cat. I bounce, I spring right back up. Yeah, use it. I always feel like I have more confidence when I put this thing on the wall because I know it's not gonna tip over.
Yeah.
I don't know. I mean, I can definitely feel Thursday affecting it.
I mean, we just did legs yesterday.
But my hips feel good.
Yeah.
I feel like I have got good range of motion. I feel strong off the floor.
Calf feeling good?
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I mean, not making excuses. We've been talking about every day, like trying to set scheduled hydration times. I feel like my calves been cramping so much lately. We went down to Austin to do some stuff, and I jogged like 15 feet on a shooting course. And it's like, God damn, my whole thing locked up. Mm-hmm. I went home pounding salts and electrolytes and got it to calm down. But for me, I think just at my age now with the injuries, really highlighting the importance of hydration. Like, I mean, my weight will fluctuate 8 pounds a day.
All of hydration.
Oh, no, that's what it
And
is.
food too, but yeah.
I mean, I came in this morning at 5:30. I weighed in at 229.
Yeah,
finished our workout 225. I'm like, just chasing it all day long.
Ebbs and flows. You know your body though. You're in tune. That's what matters most. Being aware of it.
And I think that's really what this is, trying to figure out where my baseline is now, and then hit it fresh. Maybe next week before we do legs, Tuesday or Wednesday, throw these in before we hit it and see kind of where we're at. But I'm happy. What is that? 40.
48.
Oh, that's 48 inches. Mm-hmm. That's 8 inches higher than the last one. Oh, see, that ain't bad.
I was wondering what the hell you were talking about.
Yeah, I don't feel bad. Okay. Yeah, that ain't bad. I appreciate you.
Absolutely, bro. Good shit.
Thanks, boys.